me.
Did he rape a child?
He pled guilty to that crime. Yes, it's abhorrent.
And then he raped a 17. He raped a little boy, right?
I believe that's correct. I believe he pled guilty to two acts of sexual violence.
And then he raped a 17-year-old girl, right?
Again, this case was handled by the state court in Indiana, but
I'm just asking you the facts. Don't stall on me now. Did he rape a 17-year-old girl or not after raping a 9-year-old boy?
I believe that's what he pled guilty to.
Okay, and then...
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm diving into a heated Senate exchange where Senator Kennedy grilled Judge Valen on her past rulings, her background, and a controversial case involving a convicted sex offender who later transitioned. This one gets intense, so stick around until the end, and don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss these breakdowns.
So, and I apologize, your question is the full faith and credit clause of the Constitution. It requires that the states give full faith and credit to judgments of other states.
Okay, very good. Judge Metburn, I was looking at your resume. You went to Brown University, is that right?
I did.
And then you went to law school in California?
That's correct.
And you've worked for the Brennan Center?
I interned. I was a law student intern.
Okay. And you worked for the Center for Reproductive Law and Policy?
I was a law student intern there for 8 weeks during my 1L summer.
Okay. And you are a political activist, aren't you?
I am not. I'm a sitting United States magistrate judge.
Okay. All right. Do you remember an inmate named William McLean, also known as July Justine Shelby?
Yes, I know who you're referring to.
Okay. Mr. McLean raped a child, didn't he?
30 years ago, the petitioner in the habeas case before me.
Did he rape a child?
He pled guilty to that crime. Yes, it's abhorrent.
And then he raped a 17. He raped a little boy, right?
I believe that's correct. I believe he pled guilty to two acts of sexual violence.
And then he raped a 17-year-old girl, right?
Again, this case was handled by the state court in Indiana, but
I'm just asking you the facts. Don't stall on me now. Did he rape a 17-year-old girl or not after raping a 9-year-old boy?
I believe that's what he pled guilty to.
Okay, and then he went to prison, didn't he?
Yes, the petitioner was.
And then he came out and he sent child porn, basically adults raping little children, to another sex offender. And he was sent back to prison, right?
The petitioner pled guilty to
Was he sent back to prison?
Well, that case was in the federal system, so.
Was he sent back to prison?
Yes, this time to federal prison.
Thank you. And then he decided to transition, and he became a female and started going by July Justine Shelby. Is that right?
Yes.
And Ms. Shelby said, I don't want to go to a male prison. I want to go to a female prison. And the Board of Prisons said, what planet did you parachute in from? You're going to a male prison with this kind of record. And you sent him to a female prison, didn't you? You said that the Board of Prisons was trying to violate Ms. Shelby, former Mr. McLean's constitutional rights, didn't you?
So it all started with a simple question. Senator Kennedy asked Judge Valen about the full faith and credit clause of the Constitution. Judge Valen explained that it basically requires states to honor judgments from other states. Straightforward enough, right? But that was just the warm-up before things got heated. Kennedy then shifted gears, digging into Judge Valen's background. He pointed out that she studied at Brown University, went to law school in California, and even interned with the Brennan Center and the Center for Reproductive Law and Policy. Then came the jab. Kennedy accused her of being a political activist.
Absolutely not. I'm a sitting U.S. magistrate judge, and I apply the law fairly.
Then came the case that lit the fire. Kennedy brought up William McLean, who later identified as July Justine Shelby. This person pled guilty to raping a 9-year-old boy and a 17-year-old girl decades ago. After prison time, Shelby was caught again. this time for sending child pornography, and ended up back behind bars. Kennedy laid out the disturbing facts to press Judge Valen on her judgment. Here's where it gets controversial. After transitioning, Shelby requested to be moved to a women's prison. The Bureau of Prisons said no, but Judge Valen recommended the transfer, citing Estelle v. Gamble, arguing that keeping Shelby in a male facility violated Eighth Amendment rights. Kennedy hammered her, accusing her of ignoring Shelby's violent history and suggesting her decision was reckless. Judge Valen defended her ruling, pointing to medical evidence, decades without new contact offenses, and the fact that the district judge agreed with her recommendation in full. So here's the bottom line. This clash between Senator Kennedy and Judge Valen raises big questions about constitutional rights, prison policy, and judicial responsibility. Kennedy framed her as a political activist. She pushed back, insisting she followed the law. No matter where you stand, this exchange is one you'll want to keep an eye on. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that subscribe button right now, turn on notifications, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Judge Valen made the right call, or was Kennedy right to call her out? Let's talk about it.